Today we are going to look at extended lot attributes found in WilloWare's GP Power Pack. Also known as ELA, this product is used to track an unlimited number of user-defined lot attributes beyond the normal 5 provided by Dynamics GP. The ELA fields are attached to the lot number, so they are available no matter where the lot number is used. The ELA fields can be of any data type, have one or more set as required, and have predefined values that can be accessed from a lookup. Let's take a look. The WilloWare lot attributes are located in all the same places that the standard GP lot attributes are found. Our windows simply replace GP's windows. So in order to set up a new lot category, we will use the navigation to get to lot category maintenance. And let's set up capacitor. When the window first opens, it will pre-populate with these 7 existing lot attributes that can be found within GP. We can use these lot attributes if we want, or we can not use them and just add our own. In this case, I'm going to use a few of them to show us how we can do that. GP comes with 3 string user-defined values. They have certain restrictions. One of the restriction is that the length has to be a maximum of 10. So in my case here for the first one, that's okay. So I'm going to continue to use it. It has to stay as a string. However, we can turn it into more of a lookup string. So that's what I'll do here. I will say this is going to be a lookup field. And in my lookup, I'm going to give it 2 values, negative and positive. And I'll set my negative to be my default. Okay. And then we can zip through these. My next attribute will be, we'll call it color. And I'll leave that as free type. And I will use this upper checkbox. That means that if I type in the color red, lowercase, then the program will automatically convert it to uppercase. And this will help greatly for SQL queries and for sorting. Okay, and my last string field, I do have another string I'd like to add, but I need to use 50 characters. And because I maxed out at 10, I'm not going to use this one. So to prevent it from being displayed in my windows, I'll just simply clear the label and zip through it. And now it won't show up on any of the additional windows, as we're going to see in the here right away. Same with my dates. I don't want to use these 2 dates, so I'm just going to clear those, or that. I'm going to use manufacturer date, and for this one, I'm going to set it as a required field, meaning that when I enter a new lot into the system, I must enter a manufacturer date. So I'm going to set that as required, and then go through to expiration date. Expiration date gives us an additional field that we can use, and that's called plus days. And what we can do here is we can tell the system that we want to, by default, set the expiration date to be an X number of days past the manufacture date. So I'll just set that to 100 for now so we can see what happens there. Now I can start adding new attributes to the system. I'll add one here called tolerance, and its data type, I'm given 2 new data types, checkbox and number. All right, so number I'll use for this one, and this is going to be a percentage, so I can go down and I can format it as a percentage to 2 decimal places. All right, and my last one that I will add here, actually I'll add 2 more. This one will be refurbished. Okay, and this I'll set as a checkbox. And then lastly, I'll call this one, we'll just say description. And in this case, it'll just be a string free type, no uppercase requirement, but I'm going to set it to be a maximum of 50 characters. So now that I have my lot category set up, let's take a look at it in action. So now we're going to add a lot to inventory and see what happens here. So we'll start with a transaction entry, and we'll add an item that belongs to that lot category. Okay, and then if I go into, oopsie. So now I've opened up lot attribute entry, and here I can start entering some values. If you notice the red dot here, the red dot indicates that this is set to be required. So we will have to enter a value before we leave the window. All right, it says required fields are missing if I try to do so. All right, so let's start at the top. Polarization. If I click on that, it expands the window out and it allows me to enter in some detail. So it wants me to enter the polarization, and I have a lookup field here. By doing the lookup, I can choose either negative or positive. So I'll choose negative, and I'll go on to my next one. Color, this is just a free entry text. So I'll enter red in lowercase, but GP is changed to uppercase because that is one of my restrictions. Manufacture date, I will set the manufacture date to be, well, today. Next, my expiration date has automatically been entered based on my 100 days beyond my manufacture date. Tolerance is a percentage, so I can enter 10.5% tolerance. And is it refurbished? Right now it sets it false. I will change that to true. It's a refurbished lot. And my description. This description can be anything. All right, so we can save that. So now we have our lot attributes assigned to this lot. Now, extended lot attributes comes with a few different reporting options that you can use to get the extended attributes out into reports or smart lists. One is that we include some custom functions that can be called from any GP report to add the various attributes onto a report for you. That's all included in the documentation. But we also have a utility to create a SQL view that can be then used for smart lists or SSRSs or anything like that. Um, to, to create a view, we would go back into the lot category window, and we're going to go use the Go To button up in the top corner and use the Create SQL View feature. So whenever you make a change to this window, if you add an attribute or you remove one, or you're starting new, you want to create the SQL view. And what this will do is it will create a view in your company database called WV and then the lot category name. And then what that just did then was it created a view that you can then join to your lot table so that you can pull in all your attributes onto whatever report or smart list you wish. Also in this go-to are a few sync options. Generally, if you're starting fresh, you don't need to do this because as you add categories, they will automatically just keep synced. But if you were to add a category, you may want to click sync just so you can refresh everything. Or if you're starting from a situation where you have categories that were entered into GP, you may want to sync any changes that you make from there.
For more information about this or any of our other products, please visit us at willowware.com or email sales@willowware.com.